Hi guys, welcome to tonight's training. You can see Tiffany rocking the Tel Aviv t-shirt in the background. Tel Aviv Superwoman. So if you are joining us live, hello, welcome to the training. If you are watching the recording, well, welcome along. We're happy to have you. Today's topic, we are going to be talking about Advancement Week. So if you're watching these in order, last week was Advancement Prep. And if you are just stumbling across this, make sure you watch the Advancement Prep video. I will make sure to link that video in the show notes below. It'll go super high overview of how to do an advancement run, and then the documents that we have created to support you to do the advancement run. Today, we're going to do an advancement prep and deep dive to kind of shake out all of the loose ends that might be stumbling you. It might make you stumble before you actually do your advancement run. So first thing I want to start off with is, again, if you haven't watched the first video, stop this video and go watch the first one. And then that way it'll actually point you to where the advancement tracker is. That tool is extremely important, and we're going to be referencing that tool a lot tonight. And the other thing is, if you haven't watched it already or you haven't set it up, make sure you go find the video about how to set up your calendar so you can go ahead and set up your calendar accordingly. Having your advancement tracker tool up and ready, and then also having your calendar set up, are going to be two things that are going to make your advancement run a lot smoother. So I want to first talk about, on the advancement run, people start to think, okay, well, advancement run, this is awesome. I want to reach out to more people. I want to hit another rank. I want to make more money. I want to have a stronger team, whatever your reason why. But people start to get a little nervous when it actually comes time to put action into place. And they're like, okay, well, this is exciting. This is fun. And then they're like, oh crap, what do I do? My theory, and you can see it's, if you've talked to Tiffany, if you've talked to Mama over here, our theory is work out the fear. Make sure that you have all your systems in place so you know what to do, so that there's literally no room for fear. So again, that's why we always reference to the advancement tool. So one thing that people get really tripped up on when they're going through an advancement week is, I don't know who to reach out to. I don't know how many people a day to reach out to. That is really, that can even be just a regular daily fear. And I like to say there's an easy way around that. All we have to do is get a little bit analytical and kind of look at getting this data ready for you. So you'll see, let me actually pull this up while we're talking. You can go ahead and look in the advancement tool, and you will see a tab in there for your prospects of people that you need to reach out to. You've already filled out the first page of what you want your rank to be and what you want your goals to be. The second page, again, is going to be, let's show this. The second tab is going to be the prospect list. And this is a really good, easy way to kind of work yourself out of that fear. So we'll click on prospect list. Okay. And you'll see here's a little template. Who are you reaching out to? What's their phone number, their email? If you're reaching out to them on Instagram or social media, sometimes it's really easy to use their social media handle, and then any notes. So what I would recommend that you do before your advancement run is to go in, for example, your Facebook account. Go into your Facebook account and look at your settings and actually do an export of all of your friends. It takes sometimes anywhere from 30 minutes to about an hour or two for Facebook to generate all the information for you. But what you want to do is you want to open up that file and you want to copy and paste all of your friends from Facebook and put them in this prospect list. I don't want you to prejudge anyone. I don't want you to purge anyone. I don't care that even if these are people that are on your team, the whole point is to just start building this list, and then we'll go back and refine it. So go on Facebook, export all your friends, post them all in your prospect list. And then I want you to do the same thing with your phone contacts. If you use Gmail, it's really, really easy to do. Go into your contact section of your Gmail account, and then it's going to convert you, at the time of this recording, it reverts you to the old version of Gmail, so where you can export all of your contacts. grab that copy and put it in this prospect list as well. Obviously, there's going to be some people that are duplicated in there. It's totally fine. I want you to just keep going. So if you have any business cards of personal trainers or friends or yoga studios or flyers that you've seen around town, I personally love whenever I'm going to a gym or an event or anything like that, I always love grabbing up all of these people's business cards, because obviously people are leaving business cards out for you to contact them. So this is a perfect time to go through any of your old business cards or flyers or anything like that and put them in this prospect list too. Another option could be going through your LinkedIn account, copying all those people, putting them in your prospect list. At the time of this recording, it's a little too cumbersome to try and go through your Instagram list of friends and export it, but maybe by the time you're watching this, it's a lot easier. Or there are services out there that for, I think it's like 29 bucks, if you have a really good and strong Instagram following, feel free to export your Instagram, followers and put them on this list. Another thing that you can do is going to your Twitter account, any other social media accounts that I'm not mentioning, take those people, export them, copy and paste them, whatever you have to do, and put them on this list. So, pretty much anywhere that you might have a list of contacts, export them and put them on this list. The whole point of this exercise in prepping is just to fill up this list, even if there's going to be duplicates in there. Once you feel that you have gone through all the points of contacts that you have, your social media accounts, your business cards, your phone contacts, once you feel like you've exhausted all of that, then what I want you to do is you'll probably spend an hour or two, or maybe a little bit more, depending on how geeky you want to get. But I want you to take that prospect list and I want you to do a little formula on it and take all of them and filter them from A to Z. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some of the little bit of time and you're going to remove all of these duplicates so that and I'm going to make up some numbers, say you have a list of 5,000 contacts in total from social media and your contacts and your business cards and all that. Say you've got 5,000 people at the end of the day. Well, in reality, once you've removed like the water company, Verizon, things like that, once you've removed duplicate accounts, maybe you're down to 3,000. Now you have a list of 3,000 people that you can reach out to during your advancement run, whether you're doing an advancement week because you're trying to reach a lower rank, or say you're trying to do a 4-week run, or maybe you're trying to do an executive run, so a 13-week run. You now have a full proper list of how many people you can reach out to if no one else came out on your radar. No other referrals, no other follow-ups, no other recommendations. This is just an existing list. And then I want you to take that list, look at the very, very bottom, look at that number, and then I want you to take that number of prospects and I want you to divide it by how many days you're going to be inviting. So if you've got 500 people, and I'm going to bust out the calculator real quick so I can give you real numbers. Say you're going to do a month-long advancement run, and say you want to reach out to 15 people a day for 30 days. So you would need on your contacts list 450 people. And between social media and your phone book and business cards, most people have 450 people. So that is a really good way to take the fear out of, oh my God, who do I talk to? Oh my God, who do I reach out to? Because you've done all the heavy lifting. Tiffany had some good recommendations when we were talking before the call. And, if you really want to do it, depending on how broad your network is, my network for the most part is not very international. I only have a couple of people in a couple of different countries. But if you have a very broad international friends list like Tiffany does, then you can go ahead and not only sort them, make sure there's no duplicates, but you can go through and say like, okay, put in an extra column and then put what country these people are in. So then that way, when you are reaching out to them, okay, well, they can only do the business, or okay, they can only become a PC, or oh, they only have a limited amount of products they have access to depending on what market they're in. Sometimes, just even noting in an extra column what country they're in will make life a little bit easier for you, because the whole point is while you're doing your advancement run, make this as easy as possible. so that you can just kind of be in execute mode. This is all prep. So once you have your prospect list, like I said, make sure you go through, get rid of any duplicates, clean up any, not duplicates, any bad contacts or anything like that. And then if you have specific people that are on your team, obviously go ahead and start removing them. This is where I want you to clear up the list, but I don't want you to prejudge. So some people would go ahead and automatically remove some friends and family members. Don't do that. If they are on your team or they are if they are on your team, go ahead and remove them. If they are an existing customer, take all of those people that are an existing customer and put them in the follow-ups list. I don't want you to get rid of them. I just want you to move them to a different spot. The rest of it is if they're on your prospect list, they are not in network marketing, or I'm sorry, they are not in USANA, or they are not a customer with you. If they meet either of those criteria or both of those criteria, they stay on the prospect list. Now let's go ahead and start talking about the follow-up list. Again, same template. I like keeping things consistent, but what I want you to do is this is where you start building the list of, if someone comes to mind, say you get a little gut intuition of like, oh, maybe I should reach out to this person, or oh, I should reach out to that person. Put them in this follow-up list. These are the people I want you to reach out to first when you're doing your advancement run. If they are an existing customer with you, put them in this follow-up list. If they are an existing business partner, but maybe they kind of became inactive and they're, maybe ready to get active again, put them in this follow-up list. This is your warm market list. So what you do as you're getting ready for your advancement run is you'll go through your list, see how many people you're going to reach out to and how many days you're going to be doing your run. And then you just do the math. And then you can, again, get extra geeky about it. And you can say, okay, well, if I want to reach out to 15 people a day over 30 days, I'm going to highlight in, blocks of 15 with a different color. And these are the 15 for Monday. These are the 15 for Tuesday. These are the 15 for Wednesday. These are the 15 for Thursday. So then that way, the monkey mind in the background can't say, well, I don't know what to do today. You've already done all the homework. All you have to do is show up and actually do the work at this point. It's all done and all prepped ready for you. And so once you've got this list ready and you're happy with it, then again, I want you to take another moment and look at your calendar. We love using Calendly as our calendar system. And I want you to go ahead and make sure that you've got enough availability on your calendar. So even if it's only for the advancement run, open up the dates that you're available, open up the time slots that you're available, but make sure it's all on your calendar. Don't just do it in your head. Don't just do it on some note paper or anything like that, because when you're reaching out to prospects, when you're reaching out to preferred customers, and you're trying to set a time to follow up or to talk, I want you to use that link that Calendly gives you, and I want you to send them a link. Here's my calendar, book what time works for you. Or, hey, I'm going to book you. I haven't, you can pull up your calendar in front of them. Hey, I've got an opening at 4:30 on Tuesday. Does that work for you? I want you to actually have some concrete openings of what times you're available versus just general openness, because people don't respect just openness. They'll respect the structure of you treating your business like an actual business. So go through your list, make sure that's awesome. Go through Calendly, make sure that's awesome. Make sure your dates are all solid. And then what you'll do is the week before you're supposed to do your advancement run, I want you to go ahead and start reaching out to people. Start with your follow-up list and see, out of your warm market, who can you reach out to? And again, we've gone over this in video 1, but a high overview. Again, you can do this on both of your spreadsheets if you want to. Who are you going to be reaching out to as a business partner? Who are you going to be reaching out to as a preferred customer? So if it makes you, happy or calms your brain down, or you just like to track it, you can go ahead and add a column in these lists and say okay, here's my list of business partners. Here's my list of preferred customers. And then put a little check mark so that on Tuesday in this block of 15, who am I reaching out to with my business invite script? Who am I reaching out to with my preferred customer invite script? Again, taking out as much fear of this process as possible to make you as successful as possible. Once you are knowing who you're going to reach out to, you've got your calendar all set. A couple little bonus tips I want to talk about. Like I said, use your, one of the bonus tips is using your follow-up list as the warm market to reach out to the week before your advancement. So then that way you've got some either conversations going or you've got some volume going and you have the ball rolling a little bit. Another thing that you can do, which I love to do, because sometimes my schedule is a little more hectic than I like, if I'm going to be sending out an invite to someone via my cell phone and using a text message, then what I will do is I will go ahead and draft the invite in my phone. And then I actually schedule the invite to go out at a different time. So sometimes I'll sit down at 10, 11 o'clock at night and I will go ahead and draft my invites on my phone, and then I'll schedule them to go out at 8 a.m. the next morning so that I'm not texting someone at 11 o'clock at night. I just, you have to have some type of cutoff time. And even if they're awake and you're awake, it's still not the politest thing to do to like send a text message super, super late to everyone in your contact list. So I don't want you to think that just because you have a job that has a really crazy schedule, you can't send out these invites. Scheduling them on your cell phone is a great alternative. At the moment, you can't do that scheduling on social media, but take advantage of it where you can. Or if you've got businesses that you're going to be reaching out to, feel free to reach out to me or anyone in your upline to see like what type of message to send them. But you can even draft up an email that you're going to send out to a business. And then, there's a bunch of free tools out there that'll let you schedule that email to go out at a specific time so that you're not emailing a business at 10:30 at night and it just comes across on the timestamp. So that's another little bonus thing to think about is what obstacles do you have in your life that might make this harder than normal? And if it's scheduling out invites or getting them out on time, use a scheduling tool, have that help you, even if that means you have to enlist some help and maybe you say, okay, I want to send these invites to these people. Can, my niece help me or my cousin help me or someone help me send out the invites at these times? Whatever you have to do, leverage the help and ask for it to be perfectly honest. Another little bonus tip that I kind of want to get into is, and this is a little hard for me to admit, but I want you to focus while you're doing your advancement run on getting rid of the fear and then just saying like, okay, this is the rank I want to be. I am excited to be this new rank. I'm excited to be doing the action around being this new rank, and then just run with it, because we can do as much planning as we want in the world. We can do as much scheduling as we want in the world, but there's only so much that you can control. And again, I love to use tools to take the fear out of it, but I heard this phrase forever ago by Amanda Francis, and I loved it, and I repeat it all the time. Decide on what you want to take, and then take inspired action, and the rest is not up to you. So that's what you're doing through this advancement run. You're deciding on what you want. You're deciding on that rank. Whether you hit it or not, that's a different story. But you're deciding on that rank that you want. You're deciding on the feeling of how good it's going to feel to bring in that extra money. How good is it to walk across a stage, or whatever your scenario is. You're taking inspired action by filling out your prospect list, filling out your follow-up list, going through everyone and seeing who am I reaching out to, what times am I reaching out to. That's inspired action. And then you go, you do the work, and then the rest is up to the universe. Whether, all these people respond, whether only a few people respond, that's 100% out of your control. But let's go ahead and maximize what you can that's in your control. And in your control means inspired action. That means putting in the work, sending out the invites, finding the people to invite, having a presentation ready, having some messages ready, having, if you're going to be running a sale or a promotion, having all of that ready. And, like I said, the only thing we can control is your inspired action. So I want to thank you for watching this Advancement Week deep dive and behind the scenes with some little bonus content in there too. If you have any questions on your advancement run, please feel free to reach out to me. Please feel free to reach out to anyone on your upline. We're here to support you. We're here to help you. And again, if you want to go even deeper into this spreadsheet, go watch video 1. It's really, really great. And we're happy to have you, and have fun on your advancement run. Bye, guys.